Hello dudes and dudettes. Recently I wanted to build a chicken farm, an automatic cooked chicken farm in Minecraft 1.21.5, and it didn't work. Or rather, it didn't work as it has, well, basically always done ever since I think it was Exuma who built one of the first automatic cooked chicken farms. So right now I'm in 1.19.4, as you can see up here. Now this is a classic setup for a cooked chicken farm. It could look different. This up here could be lava falling down instead of a cauldron, and there could be observers and stuff like that. But basically this is it. You have a dispenser and it's full of eggs, or the eggs go down here because you have chickens standing up here, and when the eggs drop down here, for some reason you have a comparator or something that spews the egg into here and try to get chickens. Now if we just encase it like this and I use a clock like this, you will see that the chicken are getting in there, and there are already more than one, and it's not really a problem. They will only get cooked when they grow up and the heads go up in the lava. Now if I open the same world in 1.20.6, as you can see up here, except it gets blurred now, you can see what's happening. The eggs are shooting the small chickens, and when the egg goes in here, they're pushed up into the lava and they die. And you can of course also have a different setup with two dispensers pushing out lava at the same time as an egg go through. It doesn't matter, I've tested them all. The result is always this: the baby chickens, they die. Now I've also tested this with other blocks like a stone cutter or daylight sensor, and of course I've tested it with just lava running down instead of a cauldron. It's all the same. They keep on dying before they have time to grow up. So that's what we're gonna be fixing today. Welcome back, dudes and dudettes. Now I actually lied. It happens. But I didn't mean to. I didn't know that I did it because I have already built two different kinds of working automatic cooked chicken farms. Now normally I would take you through the process. I thought this was going to be like a progress video. How do we design and develop it? But I came to the realization that a lot of people probably would want to have a functioning automatic cooked chicken farm in their world. So instead I'm just going to tell you how it functions, how it works, and then we're going to build it up together. Now this is the first type of chicken farm, and I know it probably looks terribly complicated. It isn't, but then again, that's what redstoners always say. Even though I'm not a redstoner, I'm a fab stoner. Yes. But I will build it up with you. There are two ways of solving the problems that I could think of. One of them was that if you remember over there, the chicken going up to the lava because the eggs made them bob up. So one of the solutions was not to have lava on top of the chickens when the eggs are shot up or shot out. And the obvious way to do that, I think, is to have one dispenser down here dispensing the egg, one up here dispensing the lava, and having them work opposite of each other. And then of course the ether hopper clock right here, best branded, best loved, fantastic redstone device in the game. Learn how to build it in your sleep. Is obvious because that is what that does. Basically it puts out an output right here, and then it goes over and put out an output right here, and you can use it in all different kind of ways, and that's what I've done. So basically when it's over here, it shoots out lava via this construction right here, and when it's over there, it shoots out eggs, and it shoots out eggs multiple times, not just once, because this the power level of this actually changes as these go in and out. So over here it will have, when it's over here, it will have several tries to shoot out the eggs. It will try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And over here it will only shoot the larva out once. So the larva is never shot out at the same time as the eggs are shot out, meaning that they will never have their head being pushed up into larva. And it works great. It works fantastic. Just like the old time chicken farms. Well, there's not much more to say about it. I will explain it as I build it up. And I will probably have to look at this from time to time because I haven't built it up all that many times before. Basically just this once. But I will start off by something that I do know, which is an etho hopper clock. And you probably have seen me done this 1,000 times in other videos, but basically you just have to do like this, and then you have to make sure that these two hoppers point into each other, and then you put that there, and you have a sticky piston right there and right there, and then you have a redstone block right there, and we're basically ready to go. Now in here, for some reason, a good time is actually a stack of eggs. So a stack of eggs it is. When you come to this side, you put down a double chest. Of course, it could be more than one double chest. Then you build up a hopper. Now I can't remember when it was, but already before they stopped working, there was a change that made it necessary to have a hopper minecart that sucks things out faster, so not to lose as much of the good juicy cooked chicken meat. So we put on a minecart right there, and oh well, maybe we put it this way because then we can encase it better. And that's a minecart, that's not a hopper minecart. I need a hopper minecart like that and put it right there. Then we need to place a dispenser behind it. So we need a temporary block and a dispenser pointing into here, and it has to be a dispenser, it cannot be a dropper like this. And then we will place this half slab right here. Now we need a dispenser on the other side as well, but it has to be one higher. So we place a block right there, and this is where we put the larva like this, and then we encase the like that, and we can put that up one more like so. And over here you can see I have a hopper going into that. This is where the chickens are going to be standing, and we encase that as well like this, and we put a full block on here. So now we have a place where the small chickens are standing, and one where the big chickens are standing. But there is an issue, because if we want to have more than 24 chickens in here, we need to do something about it. That's why I have these vines in here. They prevent entity cramming. It's not necessary. You can do this with only 24 chickens, but of course the result will be lower. If you want to have more than 25 chickens in there, you need to do something, because even if you place a vine right here, the chickens will actually be standing partly down in the hopper, so that they will entity cram anyway in the hopper. So we need to have a full block for them to stand on. We take a rail and place it right here like that, and then we take a hopper minecart again and place it on the rails, and then we remove the rails like that, and then we can build this up again one more, and then we need a gravity block. I have used sand over there, but you can use gravel as well. What? What? Okay. Apparently gravel no longer works. I did not know that. News to me. I have no idea what that's about. But you can use sand. And of course then you need to have a vine. You can also have a ladder or something, but I think a vine is easier. So this is it. We don't need all these right here, all these right here. So you have a 2 high where you put in the chickens. And of course in creative that's easy. I use a spawn egg. Otherwise you just have to have a ladder up here and lure 2 chickens in here and then breed them up till you have the amount you want. Now you can see this going back and forth, and as I said, as these move back and forth, actually the level of the redstone right here, it changes more than once, and that can be detected by an observer like that. And then we put an observer up here like that, and every time the level changes, you can see it will power this block and it will fire the dispenser right there. Over here though, for the lava, we only wanted to change once. We only wanted to be shut out and then quickly sucked back. So we have to do that slightly different. We place a torch right here, and then we take an observer looking at that torch like that and like that. And then we have a lamp like that, an observer pointing into that, and that one there can actually be exchanged by a simple block. So we have it in there. This will only fire once when, as you see, like that. And that basically is the farm all done. So it looks complicated, but I don't think it is really. Oh, I love these new chickens. And when you have the desired number in there, you just put glass on top of it, and then you can actually remove these one. You can see it's a nice, whatever that's called, but that's 50 chickens standing in there. And now this farm is functioning. Of course, it will take time because it takes, I think it's, is it 20 minutes? And we can put glass over here as well. Is it 20 minutes for the small chicks to grow up? So there won't be any chickens right away, but this is a farm that works by just standing in the background. And you can see a farm is working good when there's basically there's 22 chicken and 8 feathers. There should be close to the same amount of feathers and cooked chickens. Then there's no loss or nothing that gets disappears in the farm. And that brings us to this farm over here that some of you may prefer to want to build because it is simpler and less redstoney. But as you can see, the yield is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and a half stack and 15 eggs. And when we look at this, I did a 50 days testing. This is basically more than 50% more efficient than this one. But this one is kind of cheaper and easy to build. In this one, what we utilized was, the solution was to keep the timing of the eggs being shot in and the lava being shot out separated. They are not doing it at the same time. What we're doing up here is that we're actually separating the chicks, the baby chickens, from being shot with eggs, so that they don't bob up and down. And instead, they just stand here and grow up slowly. And when they grow up, their head will grow up into a cauldron of lava. Now let me just quickly build this one up as well. So you start off with these 2 blocks. Then you put a half slab right there, and then you put a temporary block right there, so you can have a dispenser, and we only need 1, and it needs to be a dispenser again, looking into that half slab right there. Then we take a hopper going into it like that, and a hopper going into that hopper like that. Then we place a full block here, and on that full block we place 2 observers looking into each other. This is just a basic clock. You can see it's blinking all the time. And on top of that, we just start off by putting 2 blocks like this. Then on this side right here, we put a chest right here, like that, and a hopper pointing into that chest right there. This is where the cooked chicken will go in. And as before, we need to have a hopper minecart to maximize how it works. So we put a hopper minecart there. And in this case, we don't need to put sand or anything else on it. And now you can see in here, I have a daylight sensor. And the daylight sensor is slightly lower than a slab. So we put a daylight sensor there. That's where the chicks are gonna be standing. And then it's time to build a tube. We go up, we don't need that one, but we go up like this. This is to keep in this. And we, like that. And then we make a tube around this one, which we can do like this. And we go up 2, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then we can place one right there, and then the water will be flowing that way. And then we need to enclose it like this. Basically now we can take water and fill this up like, well, I actually do this first and then fill it up like that. And we just build it up one higher. So we place a cauldron right here. You can see it leaves a gap, and we put lava in the cauldron like that. And it's probably a good idea to put something above the lava. And then in here, I found out it's a good idea to have a trapdoor. It keeps the chicks. Oh, we made this one too high. We need a trapdoor right there. Glass above it like that. Maybe we don't even need that. So this is how it looks. Over here I have used solid blocks, and the reason I've used solid blocks is I have an idea that they keep in the chickens more. I'm not sure if that is correct, but that's why I've done it. So but I still want to be able to look into the chickens right there. Now it should very much be the same, except I can see that I've changed these one out. I have no idea if it actually makes a difference, but I've made these into solid blocks like that. And I've placed solid blocks in the corners right here, just to keep the chicks in place. So now they should look the same. And then it might be a good idea to do like that, so that the minecart stays in place. Like so. And then we just need to build up the chamber for the chickens to stand in. And you can see right here we don't have we can put that in later. So down here we don't need to use vines. We can just put in the chickens right here. If you want to, you can also put in vines. But basically you just fill this up with as many chickens as you want. If you get more than 50, they will probably start to entity cram. Just to show you, you can put some eggs in here, and we can see they're going to be shut. And you can see it goes up here and it ends up here, and it will be fighting the current right there. And that's how it works. They will stand up here, they will grow up, and they will grow up into that. Alright guys, I hope you found this video useful. It was an interesting problem to solve. And if you're brand new, subscribe. If you've been here for years and years, remember to like, leave a comment. It helps the algorithm, makes everyone else aware of this channel and this video. And I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye!